The crypto markets are a place for people of all ages, all types to make incredible wealth. And really, I think that's what a lot of us are here for. That's why I got into crypto, to have my shot at incredible wealth while also being a part of this amazing technological community, this revolution, this idea. That's why I'm in Cardano. That's why I'm in all these things. With that being said, I think we're about to enter one of the best times in your life to invest in crypto. I think we're going to have one of the biggest cycles because look at all the things that are happening around us. We have presidents talking about bringing crypto into office. We have, the Bitcoin halving cycle going on into its post-halving year. We have the potential for America and worldwide governments to start lowering interest rates. And we have like all these converging aspects, the US presidential election. A lot of things are happening, and more eyes and more institutions are in crypto with the ETFs and the Solana ETFs and the ETH ETFs and all this stuff, right? The biggest thing that you could do, though, to mess this up is lose your crypto money before this cycle even starts, or lose it during the massive cycle that's going to start here in a couple months, late 2024 or early 2025. Now, the reason I want to make this video and why I think this is so important is because back in 2022, I learned some very hard lessons investing in crypto. Over the past 4 or 5 years, I've been learning a lot of hard lessons, which have been great because they've built me into the investor I am today with the strategies I use and the portfolio that I have, which I feel really proud of. I feel very comfortable. And if crypto were to take a 50% drop tomorrow, 1, I feel super comfortable with my positions. 2, I would only add to those positions. 3, I don't think my positions change regardless of the market cycle. So I really am proud of the decisions I've made, and those have come from the painful experiences I learned. And in 2022, I had one trade where I lost $7,300. And then I probably had, over my time in crypto, other trades that have lost me probably a cumulative of a couple extra $1,000. So I titled this video, How to Not Lose $10,000 in Crypto, because I think if I had that $10,000, I would be in even a better chance or a better position than I am today. And so I think going into this cycle, you don't really have the chance to massively mess it up and then still get the gains unless you just have a massive monthly income that you're working with. So the biggest thing that you can do in this cycle right now is not lose the $10,000 or the $5,000 or the $1,000 or the $50,000 that you have invested. And the way that you can do this is by avoiding some of the mistakes that I made back in my early journey. Now, I'm making this video because I think it's important to share these things. I think everyone, if you don't go through those experiences, it's very good. I feel proud of you. I hope you don't go through losing $10,000. But if you don't go through the experience, you got to learn it somewhere. So making this video is kind of my way to pass on that information to either people younger than me or older than me who maybe it's their first cycle or who maybe have not had that experience. And I think back in 2022, the first major reason why I ran into that problem and why I lost a large sum of money is because I just didn't understand the market cycle. And now we hear this term market cycle, and it sounds like something that's so simple. Oh, you just wait till the Bitcoin halving. Oh, you just do this, right? But back in the day when I was learning so much, and I feel like for the first couple years in crypto, this is how it is. You are learning so much every single year, every single day, every single month, that it's easy to get caught up in things, especially when you're on Twitter or on Reddit or on Discord or on YouTube watching videos like this. It's so easy to see coins doing well year after year because every year there's going to be a token that absolutely dominates it. And when you see that, it can be easy to get caught up in, okay, well, tokens are doing well, but really the market cycle is going against you. So I think understanding the market cycle is a major thing. And right now in the market, we have 2 major market cycles happening, which is why I remain bullish on crypto, even though we're kind of like in this sideways trend or this sideways downtrend even maybe. Bitcoin was at 70,000 and now it could be anywhere between 51,000 to 60,000 on a weekly basis. And so I am not really scared of where crypto's at right now because we have the Bitcoin halving cycle in our favor. Every 4 years, Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high. It's done a crazy parabolic return, and we're just waiting because that's going to happen this time again. It's never been broken in history, and I think if it was broken in 2025 by not happening in 2025, I think many people are willing to bet on that, and they're willing to accept, okay, it didn't happen the one time out of the 10 plus, 12 plus years Bitcoin's been around. So that's a cycle that's playing into your favor. I also think we have a government money cycle that's playing into our favor as well, especially in America with the US elections, which typically are good for stocks, with the inflation kind of cooling down, and with the consistent lack of rate hikes and even a possibility of the United States going into a recession, which would lower rates temporarily, and people, the market would be bad temporarily, but long-term rates would come down. So those are all good factors and two good cycles happening for risk assets like crypto. After not understanding the market cycles, then I really didn't understand what made a great investment. And I think this is because I was investing, in 2021, literally everything was doing well. And I think when everything does really well and you're doing really well and you're making money, you think that what you're doing is perfect. But the investments I was making were not great investments. Today, I'm making investments that I feel like are genuinely good investments and have reason to be great and have reason to make 100x and have reason to make a 10x. But back then, I was just buying things that made sense back then. But literally everything was doing a 10x back in 2021. And 2022, kind of like we saw that drop off, and that's where I lost my money. And so I think understanding what makes a great investment for yourself is the next biggest thing that you can do. For me personally, a great investment has good fundamentals, a good reason to be around, a good team, and a working product before I invest. I actually like to see things like have a pre-sale, do really well on price, release the product, the price drops a ton, maybe 70, 80, 90%. And then if I like the product and I'm using it, I'm buying in now. So I like to see stuff like that, like a major retrace when the product is now released or the product has done better and price has retraced and people are out of the hype cycle. That's where I like to buy. So I like to look at these fundamental things now, and I like to look at tokenomics. What's the liquidity doing? How much is out in the circulating supply? Is the tokenomics like who's holding it, retail or insiders? And like, is that playing into my favor? Then I like to look at things like what is the chart doing? As an active swing trader myself, I call myself a swing trader, but I really take these positions that are weeks and months long. And so I'm not really actually doing anything on a week by week basis. And I think this plays into my favor too. So the chart and the market timing and the cycle timing, the market cycle timing along with the chart timing is a very powerful thing for me in my current idea of what makes a great investment, because a meme coin can be a great investment, but is it a great investment when it's a million market cap or when it's a billion market cap, right? Those are questions you have to ask yourself. An NFT project can be a great investment, but is it a great investment today or is it a great investment in 12 months? What is the cycle time? What is the market cycle? And how do NFTs or meme coins or DeFi or L1s play into all that? Because it works differently for every single asset class. An example of this would be like Bitcoin has probably been the best thing to be invested in over the last 12 months. The next 12 months, it'll probably be something like smaller L1s like Cardano, Solana, AVAX. Compared to Bitcoin, they're smaller, but still some of the top 20 L1s. And then in the next 12 to 18 months, it'll be like native tokens on those L1s and maybe meme coins and NFTs, and everything has its time. But as we move closer and closer to the end of the market, risk typically goes up. And so you see like Bitcoin do well, and then L1s do well, and then native tokens on L1s do well, and then meme coins and NFTs do really, really well. So you can cycle throughout these things. And that's something I didn't understand back in 2022. And I was trying to learn all this as the market was tanking, and it's very, very difficult. Another thing I would do back when I lost a large sum of money is I would find success but not replicate it, okay? And so when you find success in this market, I think the best thing you can do today is simply replicate it. If you can find a way to turn $1 into $2, all you have to do is keep doing that over and over and over again. The problem I had in 2022, and what I see a lot of people doing today in the crypto markets, even still today, people who have been here for years, they're still doing it, is you find something that works. You make some money on a DeFi project, and then you say, okay, can I go make money on a meme coin? I want to go make money on an NFT. I want to go make money in another ecosystem. It's great. You can learn all these things, and I highly suggest everyone to have multiple assets that they can trade in their Swiss Army knife of tools. But there's something magical about saying, okay, I know, like for me personally, I know the setup that I like on Cardano for DeFi projects, and the majority of my native holdings are in Cardano DeFi because of that, and I understand what makes a good chart, what makes a good product, what I've seen work well, what I've seen work bad. And so I just simply do the same thing over and over and over again. I really avoid meme coins. I really avoid NFTs. And so I see people jumping from ecosystem to ecosystem, from token asset type to token asset type, and they never really get an edge. They see something doing well and they join it, but when they join it, it starts doing bad. They never have the ability to get ahead, and they're chasing things and trying to they don't really get a grasp and a major explosion of wealth. They get a little bit here, a little bit there, lose a little bit, gain a little bit, and they mostly just stay stagnant. And this is what was happening to me back in my earlier trading years. The last thing I want to say, the last big thing that was hindering me back in 2022, 2021, losing a bunch of money is that, and I see this still today now, because there are things I would never invest in. But the biggest thing is justifying your investment. And I think there's a good way to go about justification and a bad way to go about justification. You can compare your product to another product, or say like Cardano to Ethereum, Solana to Cardano, Solana to AWS, right? There's a lot of things you can compare, and I think that's healthy and okay within reason. But two things you want to know is not every project can be in the top 10. It's physically impossible. There's only 10 projects that are going to be up there, right? Also, not every project can be over $1 billion market cap. It's physically impossible, right? There's literally no way that your project or that project or all these projects can be over $1 billion market cap. So I think we should stop using it as an anchor for a goal of where you think a project's going to go to, unless you have a solid reason. Like if your project is like 100 million market cap and it has like some really interesting technology and it's like the bear market and has 100 million market cap, yeah, maybe we can get to $1 billion. But a lot of things have to align for that to happen. And so I think knowing what to justify and what not to justify is a very powerful thing. And then from that, if you're investing in the right things and you have conviction and patience in them, the justification doesn't really matter. You need to have a good reason to be in a project so that you can get the patience and you can get the conviction, and then you're not just justifying out of thin air like, oh, well, my project deserves to be there. A couple areas where I see this happening is spots like gaming, metaverse, NFTs, AI-based things. I think some of these are just too soon. Like, I really appreciate and I am proud of the gaming culture on some certain blockchains, but I would never put my money into a gaming project. And it's nothing against them. It's just I think it's too soon. And so when I see people justifying that gaming is going to be the next like $1 billion project or something like that this cycle, I think this cycle might just be too soon. And that's my own personal opinion. So justification of your assets has got to be the last big thing. The reason I make this video is to just kind of give you insight as to what I went through and how I restructured in order to kind of build a better strategy, a better portfolio, a better crypto experience, because I don't want anyone to lose money. If you're my subscriber and you've been watching my videos for quite a while, I really hope you're not losing money. And I hope that you're in assets that you're proud to be in. And I know the market has ups and downs. Like right now it's sideways. It's a little up, it's a little down, it's a lot of sideways, and I think it's going to be like that for a little while until we get a mega pump, or somebody gets elected into the United States and the market starts changing, or we can move into 2025 and the Bitcoin post-halving cycle really takes off. Like there's all these things that have to happen, but I remember the pain I felt, which it's okay. I'm okay to lose my portfolio. I only have money in crypto that's okay for me to lose. I'm a little bit younger, so I'm okay taking more risk, and I have a lot of other stocks and savings set up for myself. So the money in crypto is okay for me to lose, but it's still painful. It still makes for a bad day. It's still, it's a tough learning experience. And part of me thinks that we need to go through the tough learning experience to get forged by the fire and develop our own investment thesis, our own investment strategies. But if I could do anything to help you lose less money or not have to go through that, I think I would want to do it. So that's why I'm making this video. It's kind of a little backwards logic, but if you see what made me lose $10,000, all you have to do is avoid those things. If you can understand the market cycles, if you can make great investments based on, like I like Warren Buffett. I like the way he invests. He has value and logic and methodologies for finding what's a good asset, right? And not just like speculative hype, like, oh, I want this to do well, so I'm going to invest into it, right? And so if you can do that, if you can find success and replicate it, and then if you can avoid just blindly justifying things, I think you can do really well this cycle. I think there's certain narratives you want to be a part of, but I mean, it's all up to you. There's different assets that will do well. A lot of things will do well. Meme coins will do well. NFTs will do well. DeFi will do well. This L1, that L1, they'll all parts of them will do well, and there's a million ways for you to become a millionaire this cycle. My biggest goal is to hopefully help you not lose money so that you have the potential to turn $10,000 into $100,000 or $1 million. But if you lose it before this cycle or during the cycle, you're going to miss out. So that's the whole purpose of this video. Hope you found value in it. If you're like thinking about this video still and you're like, I don't even know where to start with market cycles, with great investments, with fundamentals, with tokenomics, down in the description, I have a course called the 1 Hour Trader. It's my whole strategy on how I do this. to invest in basically crypto in 1 hour a week. I have a 10 to 15 portfolio of crypto projects, and I handpick them based on what the chart is doing, what the fundamentals do, what the technicals do, what the tokenomics do. And my goal with my course and my strategy is to trade as little as possible, have as less stress as possible, not have to watch charts, not have to do all this stuff every single day, because I have stuff to do. I have a 9 to 5, I have a family, I want to work out, I want to go live life, but I still want to make just as much money as the people who are grinding every day. So that's what the 1 hour trade is about. That's how I do it. If that interests you, down in the description, check it out. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and hopefully provided some value.